Oh, geez. Crikey.
Onward. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We're back on, guys, okay?
Welcome to Seabay TV's coverage of the Cordova Bay Championships. We're here at the lovely Cordova Bay Golf Course in sunny Victoria. We have a field of well over 200 players out there at this moment battling it out. Early in the event, it seems like it's anybody's tournament. Brian, who are the favorites?
Well, on the women's side, as we look into what's been happening early, we've got some evidence that Ruth Nurutsos has her game on form. We've also got Susan Barkley has been playing well coming in. Jackie Watson has been playing well. There's been, a strange mix of both lefties and righties in the women's side, which typically, you see a lot of right-handed dominance. On the men's side, Dave Braar's playing well. John Bump's playing well coming in. And Ole Dubek he's got some strong showings recently.
And one can't forget that wily veteran Ian Ross, who has recovered from his mid-season injuries and seems to be top of his game.
Well, yeah, he is a veteran. I don't know if I'd go so far to call him wily, but he's got something. It's an intangible that he brings.
Can we agree on crusty?
Full agreement.
Now for the event rookies. We have several playing in their first event. We have Brenda Mitchellmore, who is out of the gate just like a shot. She has finished the first hole in 3 over par and seems to be on form.
Yeah, Brenda, again, she's been working very hard with her short game coach, so I guess that's how she makes a 7 there. That's Chippy McDuff. And Brenda's, she's got... she seems to be a person that can really keep herself in the present.
Indeed. And not to forget the youngest player in the field, Ms. Haley Cruz, our 15-year-old player, the youngest player ever to play in the Cordova Bay Championships. Give me an assessment of her game.
Well, Haley's, her strength is her distance. Compared to some of the others in the field, she just smashes it. She'll hit a high draw off the tee, and for the dog legs left here at Cordova Bay, that's going to be to her advantage.
I agree completely. Now let's get out onto the golf course for some continuing coverage of round 1. Here's Jerry hitting her second shot into the first green. Looks like she's got about 240, 250 to the front edge. Has to carry an entire forest and 3 bunkers. What do you think of her chances?
Well, she's in jail. Her husband's good at getting out of jail, but GZ's been having a little trouble.
Yeah, there she goes. That's the prudent play there. She has laid up directly behind a tree. There's Holmes again. It's got about 340 yards. Looks like a 2-iron. Once again in the left rough. Seems to be living there today. Here we have Ian Ross on the long par 5 7th, having a go.
If he unleashes it, he can get there in 2, but it's, maybe he can't get there in 2.
Yeah, there it is on the right side. He'll have about 320 to lay up to the creek. This is Jerry's third shot into number 1. Escaping the 27-degree heat by staying in the shade. Very prudent play. And she's punched it out nicely. She only has about 160 left. There's Holmes, crouching behind that 3-foot putt. Will he be able to get up? Yes, there he is. He's on his feet once again.
I wish the truck would get us some more images of some of the talented people in the field. They tend to focus on... Oh, sorry, are we back on? We could be back on there, but yeah, sorry. This is Russ Holmes. He's got probably the most remarkable setup on the tour. For somebody with as little athleticism as he has, it's amazing with that setup that he can somehow pull it all together and actually not only make contact, but get the thing airborne. So you'll look at how strong that grip is. He's got his right foot way back, pulling things around flat as could be, takes it straight up, and then drops it into what he calls a slot, but I mean, come on. And there it is, contact and airborne. That's just awesome. What a finish, too. Look at that, team. Whoa. Oh, you don't know how good that is.
Thanks, Brian. That's a bit American. We're coming to the end of today's first round coverage of the Cordova Bay Championships. Looks like the golf course has won the battle today. No scores particularly outstanding, although we have had several outstanding performances. Tight race on both sides. The men and the women event is very, very close. We have Penny Bazook and Denise Walker leading at 75. And on the men's side, Tim Holyhead has fired a even par 71 to take the lead. Brian, what names pop out to you on this leaderboard?
Well, when you start searching down the leaderboard for tomorrow and who's likely to make a charge, it's hard to disregard Brian Gandy on the men's side. He's got oodles of talent, but more importantly, he brings a lot of experience, so he's one that's been there and done that. Going further down there, Richard Sloan, also in that category. Maybe he hasn't shone quite as much in the majors as Brian Gandy, but he brings a lot of game, and he's really good around these greens. He knows his place inside out. On the women's side, I'd be looking for a charge from perhaps a Catherine Woolner or a Roberta Williston. I mean, it might be a little bit of a stretch, but Linda Terrell is there. Sue Vincent may make a move. We saw Jerry Zacharias in a little bit of problems, a spot of bother today, but she could come back. You've got Penny Bazook, who's won this event probably 700 times, but, I don't think she's a solid lock for tomorrow.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. One cannot discount young Lori Randall, who fired a personal best 77. She could well follow that up with another. Thank you for joining us. This has been CBay TV's first round coverage of the Cordova Bay Championships. Don't forget the salt. My name's Carl Spackler, and I'd like to introduce you to Theodore Schmales.
We're on.
We're on. Oh, we're on.
Hi, Judge Schmales here with CBay TV, and it's...
Welcome to CBay's TV's coverage of the Cordova Bay Championships. We have a lovely weekend here at Cordova Bay Golf.
Interesting you should say that, Jimmy. Come on, it's a professional broadcast.
You're on.